So today I'll be showing you how to make a Genji Shuriken completely out of paper. It has some thickness to it on the sides. It looks really cool, and all you'll be needing for this is some cardstock, hardened paper, some Elmer's glue, and a crafting knife, just like this one. You don't even have to color it in, but as you can see, it turned out extremely well, so let's get right into the build. So the first step we'll be taking to create this shuriken is to get a template. So here I looked up Genji Shuriken on Google Images, and I got a perfect image right here. And next thing I did was I put it onto a document and just adjusted the size. Next thing I'll be doing is I'll just be putting a piece of paper over my screen and just sketching out the template onto a piece of paper so that I can use it later. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So here we are. Here's the template that I got. Sorry, let me get that in the light. It's not the greatest template, but it'll work for our purposes. Now the next step is to create hardened paper, and I'll go into a bit of detail here. And if you want a more detailed explanation than I do right now, there's a video on how to create hardened paper. This is what it looks like. This is a bit warped. That's why I'm using is old paper, but let me explain how it works. So what I have here is cardstock. And if you don't know what cardstock is, it's just very thick paper. It's 110-pound cardstock. If you don't have cardstock, regular construction paper should work. That's around the thickness that you need for this. And basically how you create hardened paper is you take regular Elmer's glue, and what you do is you fold this in half, just like that, and you take this glue and you spread it across one side, and then you take a piece of paper and just spread it across the whole side, and then you stick it together. Once you've done that, you leave it under some textbooks to dry, and that creates one sheet of hardened paper. And then once you have that one sheet, you can use the same gluing method to stack more sheets together, and that's what, when you get very thick paper like this is 3 sheets thick, and that's what we'll be using for this. Again, this is just an explanation of how to create hardened paper. If you want a better explanation and a detailed process of it, you can go to my video on how to create hardened paper. It's on my channel. And once you finish that, you can come back and watch this. So what I've done here is I glued my template onto the non-warped side of my hardened sheet. I'm gonna go out and cut out the entire first layer, and then we can go from there. And make sure that you have a craft knife or an X-Acto knife so that you can cut through this hardened paper, because it is very tough to cut through. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. So as you can see, I got the outline of the shuriken cut out, and since I have it on here, I'm just gonna start cutting out the main blade. And once I have this cut out, I'm gonna go back and cut out small pieces that are from the outside to give it some more texture. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out from the hardened paper. So as you can see, I cut out the main blade here, the main shuriken. It was looking pretty good. It got a bit rough on the edge, and a suggestion that I have is if you're having trouble cutting you're using this to cut out your design, then what I do is I get a small bowl of water, and just before I cut in, if I'm having trouble with a spot, I just dip it in the water, just the tip of a blade, and it should make it a bit easier. Don't put too much water, otherwise it will make your cuts uneven and it'll mess up. So that's basically it. What I'm going to do now is I want to get the extra layers, which are the designs on each end of the shuriken, which we made the original template. So I'm just going to cut out the parts that I need to put on top, and I'll show you what they are. You can look on the template, it'll be there. as you can see, I cut out one side piece. There are two parts to it. I put black Sharpie underneath it so that it gets that Genji look, but here, let me take them off. They're not glued in or anything. Here are the two parts. This is the top piece and this is the center piece that goes underneath it. And we're gonna need 2 for each corner, so that's gonna be a total of 3 on each side, so 6 pairs of these two. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out. Since I have to cut it out a lot and I don't want it to be too thick, I use this paper, which is only 2 hardened sheets thick, while this is 3 sheets hardened thick. That's why I made the main blade a bit stronger, and then I'm gonna use thinner paper to put the side pieces on. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut those out. So as you can see, I have all the pieces here. This is 12 pieces that will go on top of the main blade. And basically how it works, as I showed last time, I'm just gonna put one piece here on top, and then the second piece slightly separated underneath it. Oops. Underneath it like that. So we have that black line underneath. I'm going to be doing that for all of them. It's not lined up completely right now, but that'll be fixed. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And what I'll be doing to basically stick it together, I'll be using Gorilla Glue. It works the best for me. It dries faster than normal Elmer's glue. But first I'll be putting Sharpie underneath all of these pieces so that I have that black line underneath. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So here it is, completely finished. As you can see, I glued everything on, and you can see it has some thickness on the sides now. It is a really nice piece. And as you can see, I put some color in it, the green and the gray at the outside, as you can see in Genji's actual shurikens. But I'm glad this build turned out pretty well. And this is definitely an easier build, so I recommend it to anybody who is just getting into hardened paper crafting. But other than that, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you next time.